I'd like to wish you the good evening from Paris, or perhaps a good morning from New York, or maybe something in between, depending on where you're joining us from today. But no matter where you're joining us from, I'd like to wish you the warmest of welcomes to the Millennium Class of 2026. We are thrilled to be having you joining us for this global town hall as we reaffirm our commitment to civic leadership and advancing the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Now, as you're all joining and getting settled in, I can see you're using the chat, you're already engaging, that's great, but I'd love to know where you're joining us from. So in the chat box, could you please share with us your name, the country you're joining us from, your campus, and the project you're advancing, and then the SDG goal you're advancing as a Millennium Fellow of 2026. Let's get to know each other a bit and share in the chat. And while you're all writing out your bios, I can give my own. So hello, my name is Tallulah McEnroe. I'm a first-year student at Sciences Po Paris. I'm currently joining you from Paris, France, and I'll be your host for today. I am working with the Liminal Minds Initiative on primarily lifting SDG 10, or reducing inequalities, and specifically trying to combat the inequalities experienced with people of third culture identities. Now, I'm incredibly honored to be joining this year's Millennium Fellowship Class of 2026 and joining this extraordinary community, over 5,500 plus young leaders, and I simply cannot wait to learn and grow with you all together. So let's see what the chat has to say. There's a lot of people chatting, so it's really fun to see that. We see that we have Griffith joining us from the University of Kansas. We have Risha from Bangladesh. Mia from NYC. We see there's a lot of hellos in here. Amina Zafar from Pakistan, the University of Agriculture, SDGs 1, 2, 3, and 8. That's a lot of SDGs. There is Donald Joes from Zimbabwe. He's working on the Beyond Lecture Hall. Wow. India, oh my God, wow, so many different countries. Luxembourg. Please feel free to join the chat and see what's going on there. We have Spencer from Moali. That's so cool. And there's so many incredible projects. Seeing so many people engage, a lot of different SDGs, and so many people really working to forward the betterment of the world. But that's enough about me and enough of the chat. Perhaps let's see from what the other Millennium Fellowship students from across the world have to say about what it means to them to be joining this year's Millennium Fellowship community.
Ciao everyone, I'm Marika Piscosolido.
Hello guys.
Hi, I am Mariana Alvarenga.
Hello everyone, I'm Marvin Pouliar from the United States.
My name is Rahat Umerbek, a student at Duke University Pyeongchang, originally from Kazakhstan. We're working on the project Xiaozhe, a teddy bear which helps through AI to children at Shanghai Eye Hospital to undergo all the stress and pressures they were having far away from their families, hometowns, and houses. And I believe that one day my team and I could create an inclusive world where everyone is being heard.
Hi everyone, I'm Ogufuko Motoke from Nigeria, University of Ilorin, main campus to be precise, and I'm so excited to be a Millennium Fellow. I'm passionate about education and helping young people spark their potential, and I can't wait to grow in this space through the fellowship.
Hello everyone, I'm Marvin Pouliar from the United States, and I'm a senior at Florida International University. Joining this program has inspired me to continue building my leadership skills and contribute to social impact on my campus and in my community. I believe that the world needs more people who are willing to turn concern into action. Too often we see suffering, inequality, and crisis and assume that someone else will solve the problem. But change starts when ordinary people decide to take responsibility for their communities. Through my Millennium Fellowship project, I'm working to raise awareness about the ongoing crisis in Haiti and Miami, educate members of my community, and encourage students to turn awareness into advocacy and action. I may not be able to solve every problem alone, but I believe leadership begins with showing up. Change doesn't start someday, it starts with someone, and I'm committed to being that someone.
Hello everyone, my name is Alejandra Molina. I am a 4th and final year student of clinical psychology in CETIS Universidad Tijuana, Mexico, and I'm originally from Mexicali. I'm certain that Millennium Fellowship will help me and others get the opportunity of connecting with amazing people that also want to create a positive impact in our communities and the world. I am forever grateful, and I'm so excited to be starting this new chapter of my life.
Hi everyone, I am Nkechi Patience Ibebuchi from Nigeria, a fourth-year medicine and studies student at Bingham University, and I am incredibly excited to be a Millennium Fellow. The Millennium Fellowship Project, Menstrual Hygiene Education, focuses on helping adolescent girls better understand their menstrual health and make informed decisions about their well-being. For me, this is also the beginning of a bigger vision.
Change doesn't start with technology. It starts with people who decide to use it for something that matters. I am Antonio Hernandez Rosa, engineering student and one of the campus directors for the Autonomous University of Nuevo León in Mexico. I believe the world needs technology that is not only more advanced but more human, accessible, and useful, from artificial intelligence and telecommunications to electronics and connected systems. Technology can help us to use our resources better, expand access to opportunities, and improve the quality of every day. The change I want to lead is a culture where technology is created with purpose, where innovation reaches beyond laboratories and companies and becomes something that communities can actually benefit from. I don't believe change starts someday. I believe it starts when someone decides to act. And I want to read that song.
Hi everyone, I'm Hiba from Pakistan and I'm a tourism and hospitality undergraduate at NUST. I'm so excited to be joining the Millennium Fellowship Class of 2026. So the change I believe we need is to see a world where a girl's circumstances don't determine how far she can go. And having moved across different countries throughout my life, I've seen how social environments can really shape a girl's future. And that is why through Hamra, I hope to make higher education more accessible to underprivileged girls by giving them the information, the guidance, and the support that they need to pursue their dreams and believe that they can do it. So through the fellowship, I hope to meet changemakers from around the world. I hope to be inspired and I hope to turn my passion into meaningful action in my community. I am so incredibly grateful to the Millennium Campus Network and United Nations Academic Impact for this opportunity, and I can't wait to see what we accomplish together.
My name is Tumeno Alashe from the College of Medicine and Health Sciences at Afe Babalola University. I am indeed grateful to be a part of this beautiful initiative set up by the Millennium Campus Network and also the United Nations Academic Impact. Thank you so much for this beautiful initiative as I hope to learn from great change makers across the world.
Hi everyone, I'm Avni Jain. I'm a final year student at Sri Ram College of Commerce. I've always been really passionate about solving social impact problems through business and finance. And my project is particularly about creating and enabling an access to the same avenues and rights of expression that every individual deserves for children with learning disabilities, especially for children on the autism spectrum. Incredibly excited to be a part of Millennium Fellowship. I see it as a great opportunity to connect with the global community and I can't wait to meet all of you.
Mahdi Sanjayat from Dhaka, Bangladesh. I'm doing my Bachelor on Public Health and Electronics Department at Jahangir University. I'm honored to be a Millennium Fellow 2026. I project raising awareness among young adults about modifiable lifestyle factors that influence non-communicable disease. I believe that prevention starts with awareness, and my project supports Sustainable Development Goal 3, good health and well-being. I'm very excited to learn, lead, and create a meaningful change with young change makers around the world. Thank you so much.
Ciao everyone, I'm Marika Piscosolido. I'm from Italy and North Macedonia, and I'm a second-year student at the Georgia Institute of Technology in Atlanta. I'm majoring in physics with a minor in aerospace engineering. I'm honored to have been selected as a Millennium Fellow this year.
Hello guys, I'm incredibly excited to join the Millennium Fellowship because I see it as an opportunity to turn my passion for engineering and sustainability into meaningful community impact. As a mechanical engineering student, I've previously worked on a water filtration project that inspired me to explore more sustainable water solutions that can improve community well-being. I hope through this fellowship that I'll be able to expand on my experience and collaborate with young leaders that are so passionate about their work field so we can create a solution that contributes to the sustainable development goals of the United Nations and to pave the way to success and better livelihood of well-being sustainability.
Greetings everyone, this is Ratavi Lela Onetimisang from Botswana in the Botswana International University of Science and Technology. I got accepted into the Millennium Fellowship not just as a fellow but also as a campus director for the organization. In addition to that, I'm passionate about sustainability and climate action, and that's what I'm currently working in, as well as my project, Green Classroom. I'm excited about this journey, and we are cooking. One thing I'm going to ask you is, are you ready to be served?
Wow, that was an incredible video message from some of the Millennium Fellows across the world. But of course, we have so many more joining us today, and welcome again to all of you. It was incredible to hear about different project initiatives, such as combating period inequalities or combating autism awareness, or even just trying to help children feel more at home in hospitals. And there's so much creativity going into these different projects. It's really impressive to hear about. I absolutely love the energy, and for one, I'm super impressed with what's been proposed, both in the chat and in the video. And I'd like to once more offer the biggest congratulations to making it into the class of 2026. It is your values, your zeal, and your passion that informs both the work we are doing, but also the reason you're here today. And I'm looking forward to making incredible memories together with you as a Millennium Fellow of 2026. Now, speaking of passion, it is my absolute honor to introduce Sam Vagar, the Executive Director of the Millennium Campus Network. Sam's vision in supporting young leaders and civic leadership at large has been our source of inspiration for the entirety of the Millennium Fellowship community. Sam, over to you.
Thank you so much, Tallulah, and hi everyone. My name is Sam Vagar. He, him. I'm the co-founder and executive director of Millennium Campus Network, MCN. Yesterday I celebrated my 40th birthday. What a milestone. And my wife encouraged me to go for a run, which I did. And I also want to just shout out from the video, Marvin at FIU. Your work is incredibly important. My wife is Haitian, and so I'm excited to learn more. That stood out to me personally. Before I went for that run, I started with a long walk. And when I was on that walk, looking down at my feet, reflecting, I reflected on the fact that I've spent much of the past 20 years of my life focused on what do I want to achieve? What do I want to achieve? But now at 40, I'm focused not just on what I want to achieve, but importantly, how do I want to live my life? How do I want to live my life? And that pivot is important. How am I showing up for myself and for others on a daily basis? Am I making time for people I care about? Am I taking care of my well-being to be healthy for the next 40 plus years, one day at a time? I wanted to share that reflection with you as I think it's pertinent to your journey as Millennium Fellows. You are going to set an example for your peers, not just by what you accomplish, but by the processes you create to reach your goals. I invite you to focus on relationships, on carving out the time to learn from peers in your initiatives and your fellowship cohorts that you can support and who can support you as well. You all also signed MCN's Code of Conduct, and we expect each of you to lead with your values. You are each meant to be here. You were selected from a record-breaking 76,627 applicants from more than 6,000 universities in 174 nations for the Millennium Fellowship Class of 2026. The fact that you are here is a testament to your leadership, your resolve, and your community. As His Excellency Ban Ki-moon has instilled in me, it is incumbent upon us to lead by example. When we talk about core values like empathy, humility, and inclusion, at the heart of this, we mean to treat people with dignity. To treat people with dignity. The UN Charter calls on us to, quote, reaffirm faith in fundamental human rights, in the dignity and worth of the human person. Your leadership makes these words a lived reality for your peers, your campuses, and your communities in 60 nations and territories across the globe. We did not build this program in a vacuum. There are 25,000 plus MCN alumni. They were in these spaces before you and made the program possible today. I want to acknowledge our alumni, our boards, our Civic Learning Council, and everyone who is engaging alongside us. And there are so many partners who champion our work at MCN, including the Ansara Family Fund, Coach Foundation, Elevate Prize Foundation, Fossil Foundation, HP and the HP Foundation, Mintz, Remmer Family Foundation, Stevens Initiative at the Aspen Institute, the Funders 2025 Fund, Woven Foundation, Zoom Cares, Charlie Walsh, Matt Patsky, and so many more. A deep thanks to each of you for making MCN possible. And we owe special thanks to our long-standing partner on the Millennium Fellowship, the United Nations Academic Impact. It's my favorite part of the UN system, as UNAI prioritizes the unique role of students of each of you and higher education to advance UN goals. This is our 9th year of collaboration with UNAI on the Millennium Fellowship, and to date, this partnership has supported more than 20,000 undergraduates to experience the program. So it's my honor to welcome to the stage Alexandra Sasha Gorishek. Sasha serves as head Civil Society and Academic Impact Section in the Outreach Division in the Department of Global Communications at the United Nations. She and her team power the daily leadership of UNAI. And we had an incredible conversation the other day. It was one of the highlights of my year. And we talked about, and she shared and affirmed just that infusion of energy and enthusiasm that you all bring. So we're really excited to partner. Sasha, thank you for your partnership and leadership and for joining us today. Welcome, and the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Sam, for your incredibly inspiring opening remarks. And also, I didn't know that we were going to hear from the new fellows at the beginning. So that was incredible. I really loved hearing from them. I hope we could hear from all 3.8K who are with us right now. I know that that's impossible, but who knows? Perhaps one day we all cross paths. Things happen in life, and you never know. If you do meet me somewhere, one of you, please do pull on my sleeve and say, "Hey, I'm a Millennium Fellowship Fellow," so that we can meet and chat more. Thank you so much again, and a happy belated birthday, of course. So with that, I want to say good morning. For me, at least, good afternoon, good evening to all of you, and a warm welcome to the Millennium Fellowship to all of you, also from my side, from the United Nations Academic Impact Team, and me personally, to everyone here attending the 2026 Millennium Campus Network Global Town Hall. It's truly a pleasure to be here with Sam and his team, and all of you, our talented students, to whom I offer my most sincere congratulations on becoming Millennium Fellows. As Sam already said, you were handpicked from a pool of more than 76,000 applicants, and you truly represent the future and the change that you will lead globally in the years to come. For the past 8, almost 9 exciting years, the United Nations Academic Impact has worked in partnership with the Millennium Campus Network. And during this time, we have shared a common goal of supporting young leaders such as yourselves to advance the Sustainable Development Goals. And we heard some fantastic examples of what you're planning to do. With a network of over 1,800 member institutions in more than 150 countries, the mission of the United Nations Academic Impact is to engage institutions of higher education with the work of the United Nations. We are connecting students like yourselves, academics, scientists, and researchers worldwide, providing relevant information and fostering partnerships which support the principles laid out in the UN Charter. I hope you've had a chance to look at that. If not, please do. It is so important, especially in this time and day. In this way, the theme of this year's Global Town Hall, The Change We Lead, is one which resonates deeply with our Academic Impact Initiative, which is powered by individuals such as yourselves and the institutions of higher education you operate within to create meaningful change through strong leadership. Fellows, institutions of higher education are not just degree-granting machines. They are societal actors, community builders, knowledge keepers, bastions of reliable information, and promoters of free speech. Research, innovation, creativity, and collaboration. These are the foundational elements of higher education, and likewise, the foundational elements all progress requires. Achieving the SDGs means having the courage to face the world's most pressing and complex issues, problems that cannot and will not be solved without what higher education champions. For these and for many other reasons, higher education institutions are uniquely positioned to turn the Sustainable Development Goals into a common future through organized and direct action. We live and work in a defining moment of human history. Climate change is accelerating. Conflict continues to destabilize societies. Artificial intelligence is advancing faster than many institutions can govern responsibly. Coupled with that fast advancement of AI in all sectors is a weakening of trust. And yet, universities remain among the most trusted institutions in society. According to the 2026 Edelman Trust Barometer, the education sector has the highest trust globally at 73%. The same report shows that scientists and teachers are the most trusted, 76 and 73% respectively, compared to government leaders at 49%. Recognizing the value of this trust and the resulting opportunity to mobilize structural change, the UN Academic Impact worked in partnership with 7 organizations, both inside and outside of the United Nations, which champion higher education to convene a global higher education symposium for the last 2 years. And this year, the one this year in July, following a year of consultations, the second Global Higher Education Symposium saw the launch of the consensus statement to an audience of researchers, educators, private sector, and member state representatives to take forward in their own future work. The consensus statement positions higher education institutions as key actors in creating sustainable futures through societal transformation, and you, all of you, are part of that. Today, you join us as actors already deeply engaged in that which the consensus statement champions. You who are just starting your Millennium Fellowship journey are creating the practices which will become best practices and the impact which must one day guide policy for the benefit of not only your local communities, but on a regional and even global level. You must trust your own judgment, your own abilities, and take advantage of the incredible connections that being part of the Millennium Campus Network allows you to make with your fellow young leaders. Let me conclude by saying that as a former fellow myself, in my case, it was Ron Brown Fellowship for Eastern Europeans in the post-Cold War era. I know exactly how exciting this must feel for you. And I congratulate you again on all of your efforts that brought you to this point and all of the progress which is still yet to come. And as a parent of university-level children, young adults rather, I am thrilled to be cheering you on, and I look forward to following your bright futures. Thank you.
Really excited to be here with all of you today. I'm Sarah Lynn, and I'm a program coordinator here at MCN. Hearing about the growth of the Millennium Fellowship and the impact of our partnership with UNAI is always so inspiring. Welcome to all our incoming fellows. You can follow United Nations Academic Impact on LinkedIn, X, Facebook, and on their YouTube channel. You can also follow Millennium Campus Network, MCN, on social media, so LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and X at MCN Partners. The links are being shared in the chat box as I speak. So please feel free to share exciting moments from this town hall on your social media platforms so we can reshare some of your posts. Now, I thank you also for sharing where to follow UNAI and the MCN team. Now, one thing I feel profoundly, both from hearing the messages from our former speakers, but also from hearing and reading in the chat, is that we are truly a really, really diverse community, and that is incredibly wonderful. We're all from different countries, we're representing different communities, and we're from different campuses. Yet we're all held together by our shared vision to address the biggest challenges the world is facing today. Our diversity and our differences are our strength, and this community already feels like so much of a home because of it. I'm therefore especially excited for this next segment. We have a special message from the MCN team and the Millennium Fellowship alumni community highlighting the values of community, togetherness, and inclusion.
Congratulations, seriously, you made it. Thousands applied, and today, you're a part of something bigger than yourself.
You'll question yourself. You'll learn, you'll fail, you'll try again. You'll discover leadership isn't about titles.
It's about showing up for you, for your campus, for your community, for people you will probably never meet.
Our class is built. Now it's your turn to build further. Because change doesn't belong to one generation. It belongs to every generation willing to lead.
Welcome. Dream boldly, lead courageously, and build generously. Welcome to the Millennium Fellowship Class of 2026.
A beautiful way to welcome our Millennium Fellowship Class of 2026. Welcome, Millennium Fellows. My name is Joseph Odongo, and I'm one of the program coordinators joining from Uganda. I was also a Millennium Fellow in the class of 2024, and I also had the opportunity to serve as a campus director for the class of 2024. So I'm really excited to be here with you today and to welcome you into this community. You've made it this far. You've been selected from a very large pool of applicants, and now the journey officially begins. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through from the Millennium Fellowship between now and November, what you'll be required to do, and most importantly, what you will need to keep track of if you want to successfully graduate from the program. And I won't be doing this alone. I'm joined by my colleague, Awesome. Awesome, I'll let you introduce yourself before we get started.
Thank you, Joseph. Hello, everyone. I'm Awesome Akinfenwa, joining you from Nigeria. I'm one of the program coordinators for the class of 2026, and I was also a Millennium Fellow for the class of 2024. So I know this journey firsthand. Really excited to be here with you all. Joseph, back to you.
So welcome once again, class of 2026. And with the welcome done, let's get to work. So what exactly does the Millennium Fellowship journey look like? Between August and November 2026, there are a few things that every Millennium Fellow will participate in. The first is training sessions. As Millennium Fellows, you will come together on your campus to complete 6 training sessions. These sessions are an important part of the fellowship. So please, make sure you stay connected with your campus director and attend all 6 sessions. Your campus director will be coordinating the sessions with you on campus, and they will be reaching out to you by the first week of September. The goal here is not simply to attend 6 meetings and a checkbox. These sessions are a part of the learning and leadership development experience that comes with being a Millennium Fellow. So number 1, 6 training sessions. The second part of the fellowship is connections, locally and globally. One of the things that makes the Millennium Fellowship special is that your experience is not limited to the people on your campus. Throughout the fellowship, you will have opportunities to connect and interact with role models working in the social impact sector, as well as Millennium Fellows from around the world. You'll have opportunities to learn from these people doing interesting work, hear different perspectives from them, and of course, build relationships with people who are also working to create positive change in their communities. So I would really encourage you not to treat these opportunities as something you simply attend. Show up, ask questions, connect with people. The person you meet during one of these sessions could become a future collaborator, a mentor, a colleague, or even a friend. So that's number 2. Build connections, both locally and globally. The third and perhaps most hands-on part of the fellowship is your Millennium Fellowship project. As Millennium Fellows, you will engage in social impact work through your fellowship project. Your project should address a real issue and must advance at least one of the UN Sustainable Development Goals. This is where you take the ideas, conversations, and learning from the fellowship and turn them into action. Your project does not have to be enormous. What matters is that you have to identify something meaningful, work on it intentionally, and create some form of social impact. So as you think about your project, think beyond simply completing a requirement. Ask yourself, what problem am I trying to address? Who am I trying to serve? And what change do I want to contribute to? And remember, your project work will also form part of the requirements for graduation. So make sure you document the work you're doing throughout the fellowship. And finally, we have our community event. Please mark your calendars for November 18th, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, where we will come together again as a global community for the Millennium Fellowship Global Graduation. So today is not the only time we will all be together. We are going to reconvene at the end of the fellowship to celebrate the work that you have done, the projects you have worked on, and the connections you have made, and of course, the journey you have taken as a class of 2026. So please save that date now. November 18th, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, global graduation. And finally, Millennium Fellows who successfully complete all the graduation requirements will receive a certificate from the Millennium Campus Network and United Nations Academic Impact, recognizing the work that they have done throughout the program. The certificate comes after you complete the requirements, which brings me to my next slide. This is probably the slide I want everyone to pay the most attention to. Please save this checklist. Take a screenshot if you need to. Keep it somewhere you can easily find it. It is also being shared in the chat and will be shared throughout the program. There are 4 main requirements for successfully graduating from the Millennium Fellowship. Number 1, attend all 6 training sessions. Between now and the end of November, you are expected to attend all 6 Millennium Fellowship training sessions conducted on your campus. Number 2, attend at least 1 global webinar. Throughout the fellowship, there will be global webinars featuring leaders and role models working in social impact and related areas. You only need to attend at least 1 for the graduation requirement, but of course, you're welcome to attend more. You receive information about these webinars through the fellowship communications, including the weekly newsletters, so please make sure you are paying attention to those. Number 3, engage in social impact work. This is your fellowship project. You'll be required to submit a social impact tour documenting your work during the fellowship, as well as a project report at the end of the program. And finally, number 4, attend the community events. That means participating in the global town hall, which is what we are doing right now, and attending the global graduation. Now, there are also a few important submission deadlines that you need to put on your calendar. Your program entrance survey is due by August 31st. Your social impact tour is due by October 31st. Your program exit survey is due by November 30th. And your project report is also due by November 30th. These deadlines are important, so please don't wait until the last minute. And with that, I'll hand it over to Awesome to take us through the next part.
Thank you, Joseph. So we've talked about the program overview and graduation requirements for Millennium Fellows. Now let's talk specifically to our campus directors. Campus directors, you are the bridge between your cohort and team MCN. You're not just a point of contact for the MCN team. You're also the first point of contact for the Millennium Fellows on your campus. That relationship matters from day one. So, what are your immediate next steps as a campus director? Firstly, you need to connect with your program coordinator. Your program coordinator is your main point of contact for the entire duration of this program. Their contact information has already been sent to you in your campus director acceptance email. Go into that email, find that information, and send them a quick hello. Secondly, sign up for the campus director onboarding training sessions. The registration link for these sessions were also shared in your acceptance email. There are 2 sessions, each are 90 minutes long. In those sessions, we'll walk you through resources, best practices, expectations, and answer any questions you have. Attending both sessions is compulsory. If for any reason you cannot make it, please email us at fellowship@mcnpartners.org and let us know in advance. Now, graduation requirements. For campus directors, remember this: you are Millennium Fellows first. Everything Joseph just shared applies to you too. Every requirement, every deadline, every submission. The only difference is this: you do not simply attend the 6 training sessions. You plan them, you coordinate them, and you facilitate them. Work with your co-campus director and your fellows to agree on the dates, times, and formats for all 6 sessions. They must all be completed by November 30th. Everything else, like the global webinar, your fellowship project, community events, submission deadlines, all of it remains exactly the same. The deadlines on your screen apply to you as well. Now, for everyone, Millennium Fellows and campus directors alike, here is what you need to do right now. Number 1, you need to submit your confirmation form by August 25th, 2026 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. This confirms your place in the fellowship. Please do not delay this. Number 2, submit your program entrance survey by August 31st, 2026 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. Both forms were sent to you in your acceptance email. In that same email, you will also find your Millennium Fellowship ID. Your MF ID is important. You will use it to submit every graduation requirement throughout this program. Keep it safe and do not lose it. And with that, welcome officially to the Millennium Fellowship Class of 2026. We are rooting for every single one of you. Best of luck and thank you. Over to you, Risha.
Thank you, Joseph and Awesome, for sharing what we can expect from this upcoming semester with the fellowship. Hello, everyone. I'm Risha Ahmed from North South University, Bangladesh. I'm a final year economics major, passionate about health and development economics and making health rights and essential services more accessible and equitable for marginalized communities. My project, Share Your Closet, began in 2020. Back in high school, when I was teaching underprivileged girls at a slum school, providing free education in the largest slum in Bangladesh, Orail, I saw girls dropping out of school because they lacked both basic menstrual hygiene products and the knowledge to understand their own bodies. They suffered alone, silenced by stigma. I saw my younger self in them and felt helpless seeing them lose their futures despite putting up the bravest fight. As a high schooler, I didn't have the resources, the experience, or all the answers immediately. But instead of letting that stop me, I decided to start with what I did have. Seeing my students' resilience despite limited opportunities and barriers, I became committed to work to ensure every child gets their deserved chance to learn, grow, and reach their full potential. That inspired me to found Share Your Closet, where young people come together to lead humanitarian projects and share resources and opportunities with vulnerable communities. What began with 4 volunteers has grown into a community of 200 plus young leaders, reaching more than 2,500 individuals through health and hygiene initiatives, awareness programs, and free medical support. Audre Lorde, the celebrated poet, feminist, and civil rights activist, believed that fear becomes less powerful when we have the courage to use our strengths in pursuit of a larger vision. This idea deeply resonates with me, reminding me that we do not need to be fearless to move forward. We simply need a purpose strong enough to move us beyond our fear. And that is what I want everyone here to know. If you're a young person wanting to get involved or to elevate your social action, my advice to you would be Don't wait until you have everything figured out, because no one truly does. Start with the community around you, listen to what people truly need, and take one meaningful step. Through the Millennium Fellowship, I personally hope to reach more girls in underserved communities and remote villages where our team works, helping them understand their bodies, their sexual and reproductive health and rights, and essential health practices. What excites me most today is that we've all gathered from different backgrounds, different countries, different time zones, from one end of the world to another, working to advance different sustainable development goals, but connected by one shared purpose, making things better. We may not have all the answers, but we have each other to learn from and work together to be the change we hope to see through consistent action, empathy, and collaboration. Thank you so much for having me. It is truly an honor. And now, without further ado, I would like to welcome Sophia to make a very special announcement.
Hello everyone, I am Sofia from Universidad Intercontinental de la Empresa in Spain, and it is so wonderful to be here with the new class of 2026. The town hall is such a special time for all of us. It is a constant and the most beautiful representation of the hope for a better and more just future that we are all committed to build together. I remember being at this very same place a year ago and how this community was my support system to find out my why and my purpose. And after all this time, being in the presence of all of you hopeful and inspiring leaders is a gift in itself. Today I'm here joined by a few of our amazing members of the alumni community, Ali and Kenny. Lee, how are you feeling?
Hi everyone, I'm Ali and it's honestly so exciting to see all of you here. आप सबको दिल की गहराइयों से खुशामदीद. I'm pursuing a bachelor's degree in computer science from Air University Islamabad, Pakistan, and I'm currently in my final year. I was a campus director for the class of 2025 and I'm back again this year as a campus director for the class of 2026. So, trust me, seeing all of you here brings back a lot of memories. It's such a special treat to be joining today as an alumnus of the program, class of 2026. Welcome to perhaps one of the most transformative communities you are gonna be a part of. I cannot wait to see you all get started in your social impact journeys. What about you, Kenny? How are you feeling?
It is always so great to be among fellow changemakers, and I'm feeling very excited, enthusiastic. For me, as an alum of the program, it is a full circle moment to me, and I would love to congratulate the class of 2026. Take it from me, I joined the Millennium Fellowship 8 years ago as a campus director, also a Millennium Fellow for the class of 2018. And I moved through different levels of the fellowship, serving as a campus director, program coordinators, and across different stages. And one truth remains certain to me, that the most significant launch pad in my social impact careers remains the Millennium Fellowship. And if I can turn back the hand of time, I will forever remain a fellow. So I'm so excited to be here, and I believe for you guys, it's going to be the start of a beautiful journey. So you must be wondering now, like, why are we here in the first place? Why do we have 3 alum addressing you guys? But before that, maybe I can throw one question in the room. And I want you guys to check your chat box for a link. So on the chat boxes, you will see a link to the Mentimeter. And you have to click on that link to answer this one question. Being in a Zoom room of change makers and leaders like yourself, what is that one emotion you are feeling right now? You're going to check the chat box, go to the link on the Mentimeter, and you see the question, being in a room full of change makers, how are you feeling? I'm feeling enthusiastic, to see all of you. Go on there.
I remember looking at the Zoom screen and seeing so many young people from different backgrounds, all passionate about making a difference and thinking, I'm definitely not the only one who cares about this. That feeling was incredibly reassuring. There's a quote I really love. No one can whistle a symphony, it takes a whole orchestra to play it. And I think that captures this community so well. We all have our own ideas, our own stories, and our own ways of creating change. But when we come together, we can create something much bigger than any of us could on our own. So, yeah, for me, it's definitely empowering. And class of 2026, I hope you get to experience that feeling too. Sophia, how about you?
I could say that I totally agree with you both. I also feel so optimistic, and it reiterates my belief in our shared commitment to build a better future. I see folks saying they are empowered, excited, enthusiastic, and motivated, and you feel that still so clearly and so profoundly. Kenny, I think now is a beautiful time to answer the question, why are we here?
Thank you so much, Sophia, and absolutely thank you all for your responses. I could see that excited wins the race, and I'm very much excited to see all of you. So why are we here? This community is so special. I'm so glad that we have already started building on it. I think one thing all of us have been waiting for a long time. I have been waiting for this moment for 8 years. Is to be in a room with this community. Can I see this 4,000 strong community on a live Zoom? Can we all be together in person? And this is happening now. So, as an alum of the Millennium Fellowship and an alum of the Lagos State University, it's especially a privilege for me to share that in partnership with the Lagos State University, the Millennium Campus Network is convening for the first MCN Global Leadership Summit in Lagos from March 23rd to March 25th, 2027. We are bringing the excitement, we are bringing the motivation, we are bringing all the orchestra to a room where we are physically together. This summit is built on the shared vision of bringing together young and civic leaders like yourself, changemakers, partners, with a belief of a generation that is built to lead.
Everyone says young people are the future.
But the real question is, how do we support the young leaders who will create it?
A big part of the answer, we listen.
For too long, leadership has felt distant, like something we have to wait for.
But we are not waiting anymore.
What if the future isn't built for young people, but with them and by them?
There are millions of young leaders with ideas, but not enough spaces where those ideas are heard, challenged, and built together.
And now,
We are inviting you to Lagos, Nigeria, Africa's largest city.
Right here at Lagos State University, a campus known for leadership and impact.
For the MCN Global Leadership Summit.
And for 3 days in March 2027, join students and civic leaders from all across the world.
we share your passion to build a better future.
Your voice,
your ideas, your questions, and ambitions will shape this entire experience.
This isn't just a summit.
This is a room you need to be in. To RSVP, visit the link on your screen or scan the QR code now.
So come be a part of it. Be in the room.
I am so excited for this. The application to the MCN Global Leadership Summit are now open. The links to apply and learn more are in your text boxes right now, so do not hesitate to check them out. The room is being curated, and our question to you is, will you be in it?
Thank you so much, Kenny. Thank you so much, Sophia. And thank you, Ali, for your wonderful reflections. And that certainly looks like it will be a fun and enriching summit. I'm looking forward to meeting many new friends in Lagos, Nigeria, come March 2027. Moving on, I'm honored to be sharing even more wonderful news for our community. In 2026, MCN has entered into an exciting partnership with HP and the HP Foundation. MCN and the Millennium Fellowship have been selected to join the 2026 HP Future of Work Accelerator, an opportunity that will allow us to expand our curriculum, to increase capacity, and provide future of work programming to thousands of the Millennium Fellows in this room, equipping you with the skills, tools, and networks needed to thrive in a rapidly evolving digital economy. We are deeply grateful to HP and the HP Foundation for their belief in youth leadership and for ensuring young people are equipped to transition into the workplace of the future. It is now my honor to invite Mariama Kabia, the head of Accelerator Programs in Social Impact at HP, to share more on this partnership. Mariama is a graduate of the Harvard Kennedy School and the University of Pennsylvania, an Echoing Green semifinalist and co-founder of Memunatu magazine, a classroom magazine for teenage girls in West Africa that promotes literacy, leadership, and empowerment. Mariana, on behalf of the entire community, thank you so much for being with us here today, and over to you.
I do have to say, this room is so inspiring. Just in these past 45 minutes, hearing your stories is truly energizing me. So thank you. When Sam invited me to this call, I was really inspired by the theme, The Change We Lead, because truly, there is not one role, one organization, or one specific way to lead. I thought back to when I was in college. Going to college, I wanted to be a diplomat. I said that is the one way to create change in the world. Granted, I'm from Washington, D.C., so maybe this isn't very unique. But when I went to Penn, I studied international relations, I studied abroad, and I interned at an embassy saying, this is how I'm going to make change. Then one day I went to a talk that was happening on campus, and there was a senior who was working with First Nations populations and trying to help these female artisans sell their wares so that they could provide for their families. And this was the time of Warby Parker, the eyeglass company, and all these cool startups happening. But I looked around and said, how can I, in my unique vantage point, make a positive impact on communities that I care about? And so my sister and I put our heads together and we said, how about we create an educational publication that can improve girls' outcomes in our parents' home country of Sierra Leone. And after research and talks and development, this became a reality. And that opened the world, at least for me, for social impact and social entrepreneurship. Fast forward, we've been able to grow Memunatu to over 14 countries in Africa and the diaspora. Well, I think importantly, I've been able to take the lessons and inspiration from social entrepreneurs around the world who are doing really cool things to affect their own communities. So now here at HP, in my role, I lead our Future of Work Accelerator, where I have the privilege of leveraging HP technology and HP Foundation funding to find amazing organizations around the world who are bridging the digital divide and who are finding novel solutions to the future of work to connect disconnected communities. Through the Future of Work Accelerator, I'm so proud to have met MCN. MCN is truly doing amazing work, and they're part of, as James mentioned, our US cohort this year. But recognize that MCN is doing incredible work, not only in the US, but also around the world. And so through the funding, the technology, and the capacity building with HP experts, and also our partners like MIT Solve, MCN is getting to benefit from discussions around responsible AI and how to utilize technology to increase social impact. So I'm incredibly proud to be working with MCN this year. But over to you as Millennium Fellows. You are the star of today's show. And as you know, you were selected for your commitment to your communities. And so if I were to impart any advice, any wisdom, it would be to continue to be flexible and agile in how you create change and continue to be committed to your communities, because that's going to serve you, whether you do become a diplomat, an entrepreneur, or you become something that hasn't even been invented yet. Your flexibility and ability to lead change is going to make the difference. And for those of you who are maybe more analytical and need proof points, I promise this is not just fluff. In the accelerator, we've worked with over 35 organizations in 14 countries since 2022. And we've seen firsthand how these innovators and these teams have really leveraged technology to bridge the divide and to utilize technology responsibly for the future of work. We've seen increased access to STEM education for girls in Morocco. We've seen an educational platform empower Indonesian students with 21st century skills. And we've even seen technology revitalize rural communities in Spain. So these 35 organizations cumulatively have reached over 11.3 million disconnected people across the globe. And I can't wait to see what MCN does and all of the amazing work that you as Millennium Fellows get to do. So in sum, congratulations on this amazing honor. The work is just beginning, and I can't wait to see what happens next.
Thank you so much, Mariama, for that inspiring message, sharing your commitment and dedication and seeing how far it can go. My name is Antonique Flemons, and I'm a senior at the University of Kansas studying journalism and business. In 2024, MCN announced a partnership with the iconic fashion house Coach, and today, we are thrilled to formally announce this year's partnership for the third year. Congratulations to the class of 2026 for being part of the Coach Foundation legacy. Together, with support from Coach Foundation and Coachtopia, we will empower the next generation of circularity and sustainability leaders through the Coach Dream It Real Time Scholars Program. I am a proud Coach Dream It Real Time's Coachtopia Scholar from the 2025-2026 class, and let me tell you, my time partnering with them was life-changing. From my mentorship, support, global community, and project, it created a new opportunity and new community and partnerships that I didn't know existed. I had a wonderful mentor who helped me problem solve and proved to be a great person to simply talk to. I created a project that created real impact, not only for my university, but for my community, and I saw people really use it, and it was the best feeling. My project, Circular City, was a clothing swap that took place on campus and it led to a partnership with the community closet on campus. Outside of donating over 400 pieces of clothes, I helped with branding and updating the closet to provide free clothes for over 30,000 students that go to KU. My scholarship that I received not only helped me stay enrolled, but helped me allocate time to meeting people with the sustainability industry and create projects that are currently underway. This work helped me see myself as a leader in the community and see myself as an entrepreneur. It pushed me as a leader to help me not only grow my confidence, but to see what it takes to create real impact. I grew a global community that I hope to continue to work with as my career grows. I hope that you guys understand how lucky you are to have been chosen, and I hope that you shoot for the stars with your project. With that being said, I'm deeply honored to introduce Darielle Sanders, who is a manager at the Coach Foundation, that I also had the pleasure of meeting this summer in New York at the Coach headquarters. Please give me a warm welcome to Darielle Sanders. Darielle, it's so good to see you again.
Oh my gosh. Hi, everyone. Huge congratulations to each of you on becoming Millennium Fellows. I want to extend a special thank you to Antonique, one of our Jim Rose scholars, for that thoughtful introduction. I had the opportunity, as she mentioned, to meet her at the Coach Foundation's annual event, Dream Day. And one thing that stood out to me right away was her passion and determination to pursue her goals. She doesn't just dream about opportunities, she actively pursues them. And ultimately, that tenacity is what led her to attending Dream Day. Antonique, thank you for reminding us, all of us, something so important. Your passion is powerful, but it's your commitment to showing up, even when things are difficult or uncertain, that helps turn those dreams into reality. And as you and your Millennium Fellows continue on your journey, I encourage you to hold on to that same tenacity. There will be challenges along the way, but don't lose sight of that purpose that brought you here. And also, I just want to say congratulations. The list of accomplishments is very long. Hi, everyone. My name is Darielle, and I have the privilege of serving as the manager of the Coach Foundation. As I prepared for today, I spent time thinking about this year's theme, the change we lead. It's a theme that resonates deeply with me personally and professionally. As a Black woman and a first-generation college graduate, I know firsthand how transformative it can be when someone invests in your potential and help creates opportunities that may not have existed otherwise. Many of the spaces I entered throughout my life and career were made possible because people believed in me and took the time to invest in my journey. That experience shaped my passion for advocating for young people and marginalized communities. It's one of the reasons I'm so inspired by all of you and the work you're leading. When I think about change, I don't think about grand gestures. I think about people who see a challenge in their community and decide to do something about it. I think about individuals who use their voices and their leadership to create opportunities for others. I think about what becomes possible when individuals come together around a shared purpose. To me, that's exactly what Millennium Fellowship represents. It's why we are so proud to continue this partnership with Millennium Campus Network and Coachtopia for the third year through our Coach Dream It Real and Coachtopia Scholarship. The scholarship was created to support young leaders like Antonique who are passionate about circularity and building a better future for our planet. Through financial support and mentorship, we hope to help students continue their education while building the skills and confidence needed to create meaningful impact throughout their careers. A little bit more context on the Coach Foundation. It's a philanthropic arm of Coach, and we have a mission to create opportunities and remove barriers for the next generation of young people who have the courage to dream it real. We have a goal to fund 10,000 scholarships around the world by 2030, and I'm happy to report we're more than halfway there. For Coachtopia, it's a sub-brand of Coach founded with a mission to help advance a circular fashion system and build a better future for our planet. Through the Made Circular Design philosophy, Coachtopia reimagines the product lifecycle from end to beginning. Both organizations truly believe in the power of community, so it makes sense why we partner with MCN. I want to leave you all with this. As you begin working with your cohorts this fall, lean into the power of community, support one another, learn from one another, celebrate one another. The challenges you'll tackle are complex, but leadership becomes more sustainable when it's shared. The strongest change makers understand that they don't have to carry the work alone. Looking at all of you today, over 4,000 to be exact, I see the next generation of advocates, innovators, entrepreneurs, policymakers. I see people who are already creating ripples of change that will extend far beyond your campuses. So congratulations once again on becoming Millennium Fellows. We're inspired by your commitment to your communities and excited to see the change you lead in the months and years ahead. All right, back to you, Antonique.
Thank you so much, Darielle, for your beautiful words. I am a testimony to how true your words are. So now the time has come that we've all been waiting for. It's time to announce this year's Coachtopia Dream It Real Scholars. Are you ready? Starting off with fellow Jayhawk, Arjo Roy from the University of Kansas in the United States, Aya Dunn from Griffith University in Australia, Luciana Cortez from Pace University in the United States, Kanza from Air University in Pakistan, Priyanka Joseph from Georgia Institute of Technology in the United States, Priyanka Joseph from Georgia Institute of Technology in the United States, Jerry Paul Mealy from NAU in Nigeria, Nicole Galson from New York University in the United States, Ajay Tori from University of Delhi in India, Irona Konishi from Whitman College in the United States, May Elise Oka from NYU Shanghai in China. Congratulations to all 10 of you. I hope you make your dreams come true in this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I want to go ahead and hand it off to Nicole Galson from NYU, one of the recipients from this year's scholarship. Welcome to the stage.
Thank you so much, Antonique, for those kind words. And hello, everyone. And more importantly, congratulations to all of the amazing fellows. My name is Nicole Galson, and I'm a student at New York University, the New York City campus in the USA. And today I have the absolute honor of speaking on behalf of the 2026 Coach Dream It Real times Coachtopia Scholars. For starters, let's get one thing across. Nothing should go to waste. Not a textbook, not a talent, and most certainly not a single person's potential. That belief is what is the foundation of the project that I started, Renewed Reviews, which is a New York State nonprofit. Financial stress is on top of academics is real. And right alongside that sits a problem rooted in both waste and inequity. Test prep books get used once, then sit unused in people's homes. So Renewed Reviews collects, refurbishes, and redistributes those books to underserved students. And after just one drive, we sent out over 250 books to students across New York City. Circularity isn't just an environmental principle, it's a form of justice. What you've been given, you pass forward. Every one of these astonishing scholars are all contributing to the same fight, a fight for this planet. What makes this cohort so powerful is that we're building a whole ecosystem of impactful solutions that impact sustainability and circularity. This scholarship means the world to me and my family because it means I can fully focus on the two things that matter most to me, my studies and the work I'm doing to build a more circular and sustainable future. And it means I get to keep learning from an amazing community with one powerful vision for the future. So together, let's keep building and recycling the things that outlast us. Thank you again to the Coach Foundation for the chance to dream it real. Sincerely. I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Taluna now. Thank you again.
Thank you so much to Darielle, Antonique, and Nicole. And congratulations again to the Coach Dream It Real Times Coachtopia Scholars. I cannot wait to see what comes next from you all. Now, on to our next section. I am honored to be introducing Aimable Mpayimana, who is the Director of the East Africa Partnerships at the Woven Foundation. The Woven Foundation is built on the premises that all people should be seen, heard, believed, and supported. Their vision is to empower community-driven organizations by shifting resources and decision-making power to communities themselves and using education to uphold and protect human rights, especially in East Africa and Eastern Europe. Aimable, it's an absolute pleasure to be having you join us today.
Thank you so much, Talura. Thank you so much, everyone, and this is incredible. My name is Aimable Mpayimana, and I'm from Woven Foundation. So we partner with organizations around the world that provide education and support for the protection of human rights and build resilience in the communities they serve. I'm very excited to be here today And congratulations to the Millennium Fellows, Millennium Campus Network, and the United Nations Academic Impact for bringing together such an inspiring group of young people from diverse backgrounds and different parts of the world. And again, thank you so much for inviting me to join this wonderful Millennium Fellowship Global Town Hall. It's really exciting. In my role, I work particularly with a group of 14 grantee partners across East Africa, as Tola has just mentioned. And in those organizations, young people like you are leading the work in senior positions. Others head major programs that are backbone of this organization's mission. Others are volunteers. The work of young people at the grassroots level are every day a powerful reminder that it is the young trees that make up the forest. That is an African saying. And looking at all of you today, that saying does resonate with this Millennium Fellowship Global Town Hall. You are not simply the leaders of tomorrow. You are already shaping your grassroots communities today. Your ideas, energy, and commitment are part of the forest we are all making up together. And the thing is, Millennium Campus Network and the Woven Foundation share a strong conviction that grassroots leadership, particularly leadership championed by young people like you, is one of the most sustainable ways to respond to the pressing challenges facing our world today. There is simply no way to think seriously about sustainable development without involving young people like you. And I'm sure your fresh ideas, your creativity, your energy are a powerful reflection of both the change you want to see and the change you are already leading. I see young people's grassroots impact every day whenever I travel to see our partners' work. I see it in remote communities in North Kivu, the Democratic Republic of Congo, where during a recent Ebola outbreak, young people choose to remain close to their communities and support families with hand washing and other prevention resources. I see it across East Africa, where young people are choosing to become human rights defenders and community leaders, often working in places where resources and opportunities are extremely limited. And across the world, I see young people developing courageous and innovative projects to address issues of poverty, inequality, human rights, education, health, and many other challenges at the community level. To all young people here today, thank you so much. Thank you so much for choosing to be part of this Millennium Fellowship Global Town Hall. And please do not take this opportunity for granted. For my generation that grew up in Africa, this kind of connections we are talking about, global networks, were opportunities that were not here before. Even today, opportunities like this do not always come easily, nor they are available to everyone on every campus. No. So use this experience to deepen your community, your commitment to your communities. Make sure you strengthen your leadership, expand your networks, and continue shaping the future in the direction we all want to see. You have enough capacity to contribute to shaping our world for the better through your grassroots initiatives. I know challenges you will face are real, and there are many, but my message today is that you are not alone. And my encouragement to you is simple. Stay close to your communities, listen deeply, believe in your local leadership, and use opportunities available to you, and never underestimate the power you have to contribute to meaningful change. Again, thank you so much for having me, and congratulations again to all the Millennium Fellows. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Mpaimana. Good evening, everyone. I had Alexandra say good morning, but in Kenya, it's 6 p.m. now. My name is Iteo Haisia. I'm from Kenya, and I am one of the Millennium Fellows for the 2026 cohort, and I am proud to serve as one of the campus directors at my campus. I was asked to speak today about the change that we hope to build. Allow me to begin with my personal philosophy. It's a simple quote by Professor Anyang Nyong'o. Do not be afraid to fly, for the wings are yours and the skies belong to no one. You see, not long ago, I came to a very dark place in my own life, a place where I struggled alone and I did not have many options open to me or shoulders to lean on. And so I know what it feels like to be a young person who is so overwhelmed by the pressures to succeed, to do it right, to do it fast, to have it all figured out by the time high school ends and university begins. But out of that experience, I was lucky to have gotten help, and the Raja Africa Network was born. It is a project that I lead. It is a youth-led organization that works to make mental health resources, support, and services accessible to every student across Kenya and one day across the world. Many people say that passion and personal stories are a cliche, but I personally believe that they are the beginning of something greater, that we are able to turn our lived experiences into systems for others. And the fact that I did not have many options to me, and I am now able to give many options to teenagers across the country and one day across the world, it means the world to me. You could go check out our social media pages. But the Millennium Fellowship is incredibly meaningful to me because time and time again, young people are told to wait. We're told we're too young, we don't have the experience, to hold on a little longer. And yet the Millennium Fellowship is exactly a rebellion of that fact. The 4,000 plus of you on this call, and the many more of you who will watch this on YouTube are a reflection of that fact. You are not asking for permission to fly across different sectors, including governance, climate, gender, immigration, education, and so many more. All around the world, we young people are connected by the same fact that we have seen with our eyes the problems that exist. We have lived in those experiences, and we have decided to build something towards the future that we all envision. I'm incredibly grateful to the Millennium Campus Network and the United Nations Academic Impact for organizing this fellowship and for choosing me to be a part of the cohort and serve as one of the campus directors of this year. When we graduate on November 18th, I hope I leave with more than, a certificate or a completed project or something nice to put on my LinkedIn. I hope to live with a global village of like-minded peers with whom we can collaborate and with whom we can continuously create sustainable change long after this program is done. I look forward to working together. I look forward to having fun. We're young after all. I look forward to continuing to advance SDGs 3 and 4, but more importantly, I look forward to seeing what each of you builds, not just between now and November, but even in the years to come, especially then. If you take nothing else from my speech, take this. Young people can see, young people can hear, young people can lead. And the young people on this call are a reflection of the fact that we are no longer afraid to fly, for the wings are ours, and the skies, they belong to no one. So fly, class of 2026. The world is waiting on us. Thank you, and shout out to my dad for being on call and watching me.
You sharing your story with us and your struggles with us, but more importantly, your project with us is incredibly inspiring and a great representation of what everyone in this call is aiming to do today. Now, it also reminds me of what spoke to me about the Millennium Fellowship, and that specifically the Millennium Fellowship community's core values of empathy, humility, and inclusion. And those are the values that will be guiding us through this year's and the coming years in our careers. Now, I, for one, pledge to lead with compassion as a Millennium Fellow. But with so many different countries joining us today and so many incredible leaders, there's bound to be an incredible set of diverse and different leadership styles. So let's hear from the different Millennium Fellows and what they pledge to lead with in this coming year.
Guten Tag. My name is Jasmine from Germany. I promise to lead with passion, be optimistic, keeping hope in times of difficult situations, and turning passion into action, impacting communities. I believe that change does not just start with the whole world, it starts with one person, me and you.
My name is Sasonga, and I'm from Mongolia. I promise to lead with honesty, to speak from the heart, and to encourage those around me for their unique contribution to this life.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. I am Sabrina Shalin Pritha from Bangladesh. I promise to lead with forgiveness. I promise to see the good in every situation and in every person, to create space for everyone around me to learn and grow, including myself.
Bravo. My name is Mia from Montenegro. I promise to lead with empathy. I promise to find strength and trust in love.
Konnichiwa. Hello. I'm Karin from Whitman College in the United States. But my home country is Japan. I promise to lead with determination. I promise to keep dreaming big for my community, working hard and provide impact on the society.
Assalamu alaikum, inaoni everyone. My name is Zara Sanusa from Nigeria. I promise to lead with courage, to stand up for what is right, to raise my voice for what is fair, and to be with those who are alone.
Salaam Ryan. My name is Rosa from beautiful Kurdistan. I promise to lead with purpose, compassion, and courage, inspiring others to work together and create a better future for our community.
Hello everyone, my name is Manuela, an international student from Colombia at NYU, and my promise as a Millennium Fellow is to create a community of passionate students that will learn, act, and advocate to transform the relationship we have with our Mother Earth. Through sustainable placemaking practices and collective learning, we will reignite the reverence that we owe to nature.
Hi, my name is Julia Kenny. I am from the United States of America. I promise to lead with care. I promise to care for this earth and the people on it, and to make it a gentler and safer place for whoever may come next.
Muraho. My name is Kevin Akizimana, and I'm from Rwanda. I promise to lead with purpose, listen with empathy, act with courage, and create opportunities that empower others to become part of the change they want to see.
Waru, Bodiaye. My name is Adorable Diagweller. I'm from Nigeria. I promise to lead with compassion. I promise to lead with gentleness, extending a hand to those who are silently carrying burdens, and providing the comfort to those who feel alone.
I promise to lead change by making sustainability a bigger part of everyday campus life. Through the Millennium Fellowship, I want to turn awareness into action, inspire students to make more sustainable choices, and to work together to build a greener campus and a more sustainable future.
It's so goosebumping to listen all the pledges by our fellows. Hi everyone, my name is Abdullah. I'm from Bangladesh. I was a part of 2021 Millennium Fellowship cohort at the University of Chittagong, Bangladesh. And again, a very warm welcome to the class of 2026. It feels really special to be here today as a proud Millennium Fellowship alumni. In 2021, my campus was joining the Millennium Campus Network for the first time. But when we got selected, our entire campus celebrated our cohort. My fellowship project was called Project Pochola. We wanted to create opportunities for young people who had very little access to education, training, or employment. As the fellowship helped me to develop my capacity, I decided not to end Pochola. Today, 5 years later, Pochola is a legally registered organization working across 13 districts of Bangladesh. We have created around 200 young entrepreneurs, reached more than 12,000 people, and built a team of 70 individuals. We have since received significant funding from our donors, and being a Millennium Fellowship project gave us credibility when we approached our partners. It also opened many doors for me. I received the Diana Award from the UK Royal Family in 2023, joined other international fellowships, and was later invited to speak at the UN ECOSOC Youth Forum at the United Nations headquarters in New York City as a panelist. But whatever I have done since then, I always come back to where it started, the Millennium Fellowship. So, class of 2026, welcome to this journey. I want to say, please think about your project sustainability from now on. Keep your project alive. Keep learning from each other and keep impacting others. I am proud to be a part of this global community with you. Congratulations, class of 2026. I cannot wait to see what you build. Thank you very much. And now I welcome Simran, the University Relations Manager here at MCN.
It's so wonderful to be with all of you today, wherever in the world you're joining from. I'll let you in on something. This time, 6 years ago, I was exactly where you are right now, an undergraduate student logging into a Zoom room just like this one. being welcomed into the fellowship for the very first time and not knowing where it could lead. Back then, I had no idea how much that moment would shape the way I lead and bring meaning to the work I do today. That's how I found my own path, cultivating institutional relationships and supporting and shaping programs to power young leaders like you. And I hope through this journey, you find the same meaning in whatever social impact path you choose to embark on. On behalf of my entire team, I once again would like to take a moment to say how proud we are to welcome you into the Millennium Fellowship Class of 2026. As the fellowship grows, so does the incredible support system behind it. And at MCN, we know that for student leadership to thrive, strong institutional support matters. That belief is why we launched the MCN Civic Learning Council last year, a council of university leaders committed to building stronger pathways for student leadership and social impact. In its first year, the council listened closely, exchanged ideas, and began shaping real practical ways for universities to support you. Now, while we enter into year 2, we are ready to turn more of those ideas into action. And there's no one better to speak to that journey than someone who has been at the very heart of it since the beginning. Please join me in welcoming our Civic Learning Council co-chair, Dr. David Dorland of Brock University.
It's wonderful to talk to you from this innovative green campus here at Brock University in the mega city of Dhaka in Bangladesh, where tens of millions live. This site has been transformed from a derelict dumping ground into a thriving educational resource. This campus is an example of how resourcefully Bangladesh is responding to climate change. Now you have all become Millennium Fellows. Congratulations. You too can use your resourcefulness, imagination, and creativity to work on social problems. The Millennium Fellowship is a valuable opportunity for you to test your ideas and put them into practice. Even in a small way, each of us is part of the ongoing campaign to advance the Sustainable Development Goals. Please look out for other students with similar interests to you. You may be able to get involved in group projects. Everyone needs to become a social activist to build a prosperous, creative society informed by responsibility, humanity, compassion, and wisdom. Society and civilization are fragile. They need everyone's commitment to sustain them. Just think of the struggle between those who believe in environmental responsibility and those who deny that there is a major problem of human-generated climate change, fueled by misinformation and disinformation on social media. But there are millions who appreciate that everyone and the ecosystems of the world are deeply connected, and that the only future worth having is one where everyone is included. Now to introduce the MCN Civic Learning Council. We're a global community of practice that supports civic engagement, citizenship, and sustainability. The Civic Learning Council is here to help make MCN, already a force for good, even better. We all believe in the transformative power of student leadership. We're working to improve the design and accessibility of the MCN program, and we always welcome your suggestions. We've been building the digital resources of MCN. You can look for inspiration at the database of thousands of fellowship projects, which will be shared over the coming months. We're developing tools to help MCN Fellows create ideas and put them into practice. We want to facilitate stronger alumni networks and to celebrate and showcase your projects around the world. Once you've joined MCN, you can stay connected always. Outreach is a central interest of ours. We're keen to work with hard-to-reach groups, those with disabilities, refugees, students from the first generation, and indeed young people who could make a valuable contribution but lack the confidence to step forward. We need their talents. Profound shifts are taking place in the social and political gravity of the world. MCN has a significant role working with other organizations and networks to encourage global commitment to social development and responsibility, even as the future of the Sustainable Development Goals comes under review. So welcome, everyone, as you become a vital part of our growing worldwide community. We're with you on your journey.
For sharing with us how sustainability can look both in Bangladesh but also Brack University, and how sustainable campuses can grow worldwide. And what an incredible event we've had so far. I, for one, have been incredibly grateful to have joined this meeting today. And thank you all for joining us on this year's Global Town Hall. I know that some paths may cross during the course of this program, and just like Dr. Dowland said, any of us who share in a different sustainable development goal or who share passions can work together in forwarding a better future. But some of us may never meet. But no matter what, I'm so happy to be walking this path with you all for this year.